Duration is just time, or time is just duration, but it's more than that. Duration is that causal chain, events happening one after another, which we all kind of have this fatalist kind of like, this has happened and it is the thing that happened, and the thing that the future that occurs is going to occur, and I'm moving towards it. Eventually I die and that's it, you know, and then eventually the universe collapses in upon itself and time is over, or it just fizzles out and time is over. But that's not really how time works. It's we do have this duration, but then we have jump right to this next thing. Hold on a second, let me get back to okay. So we have duration, but then we also have probability, which is the derivative track stacked to make probability.
Now, what do we do to be able to? All right, let's switch over to space. If we have height and length in space, and you want to step outside of that to see, many heights and lengths all at once, you have to move on the z-axis, width. So what do you do when you're trying to, when you're at a certain point in duration, you want to be able to see the different probabilities and see ahead and remember behind you what you need to do is gain perspective. And so that's why I think the sixth dimension is perspective. And then this makes it so that we have 3 temporal dimensions to equal the 3 spatial dimensions. Now, but why are we calling all that time? I guess is kind of the big question now. And we can kind of start to see in that direction if we think of the book 1984. We have this guy here, Big Brother, or is it O'Brien?
In this book, O'Brien has Winston tied in his chair and he's torturing him, and Winston's big problem, where all of his, not all, but where a lot of his like rebellion stems from, is that his job is to rewrite the past. Something happens, Big Brother didn't foresee it, but he just, Winston goes back and rewrites it so that Big Brother did predict it and changes the past. And Winston, the big problem is that Winston knows that you can't do that. The past is this thing that happened, that existed, and we can't just start changing it.
And the big thing that Big Brother asks, like the main thrust of his argument, Winston couldn't argue back with, is where is the past? Point to it. We know that things that we can sense exist. Point to the past, allow me to sense it right now. Where is it? You can't do it. It doesn't exist. We can say it was whatever we want. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist in space. It doesn't exist. Which this is that problem we were talking about before, where we identify physical existence as the Hylic sphere, this material world. But we know that this is wrong. Winston knows that this is wrong, and it drives him crazy. He's eventually broken. What is he? I don't know. But yeah, this is the thing that just drives Winston nuts. The past does exist, and he can't point to it in space. And if that's what existence is, that's crazy. But existence is larger than that. We have this physical Cartesian space here. We have this physical reality, and we can remember that past. But it only through our memory, through information. We have information from the past. It's there within us. We can feel it. But so we have this physical universe that we experience. All of the universe, that is a physical reality. And we can remember this other physical reality that exists in time, that we think of as being, we think of it as being behind us. And we can look forward, we can speculate on a future that is yet another physical universe that will exist. And we can experience this information through our imagination and our speculation. And likewise, we can learn about the distant past, or speculate on the distant future, times when we might not even physically be existing. So all of these points, all of these different physical universes that exist one after the other, for lack of a better term, this goes to make the 4th dimension, which is duration, commonly held idea. So this kind of makes us feel that space is actually a particle of time all of space is just one point in